the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, a wonderful Tuesday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and our live coverage. The Short Track Showdown Series, Clippy 125, the third and final race in the Virginia Triple Crown. 3 races remaining in the season, and this is one of them. 14 drivers have made their way to Martinsville Speedway. We will have a 125-lap feature for you after the qualifying, and we wrap up the practice session. About 3.5 minutes to go here in that. Watching a bunch of different drivers. Only driver has not put a car out onto the track yet. No tires on the racing surface. 88 of Matt Eddy. Right now, Dean Connor, quickest in the session. Rutherford and Dyer all look to be teammates, all sporting a 9 in front of their numbers here today. Pete Dillon right there in that 7 car. He is 4th quickest in the practice session. I don't know if everybody was here for last night's events, but championship night for the Dirt Singers guys. Finished up smaller car count than they wanted, but they still had a good race. The big block modified series was decided by 1 point. Garrett Boyd took the championship there, and then over on the UMP side, a runaway champion in that one. Anthony Morano picked up the hard way there. We got this going for you here tonight. We're going to have the Chandler Grand Prix tomorrow night, and then the Simrap Mighty Midget Series on Thursdays. Things will slow down just a little bit over the next couple of weeks before they pick right back up. Towards the middle of May and the 1st of June, and we'll be back to multiple races on the service. Jeff Werderman in that 81 car right there. Turns, what is that, 1 and 2? Looks like 1 and 2. Should be a pretty good one for you tonight, guys. 125 laps should go pretty quickly. These guys have been running a lot of green flag laps, so I expect this is a little bigger racetrack than what they've been running. They've been running a lot of third and quarter mile tracks. So this big half mile, it's paperclip. It's big, it's wide, it's racy. You really kind of want to be low in the corners, but that middle line will come in a little bit. And some guys will be able to fend some things off up there when they need to, but overall you're going to want to run right up against the curb on the inside and all the way against the wall on the outside. Down the straightaways. Get that good arc like we see Mr. Werderman doing right there. Is that Matt Eddy still not trying to lapse on track? I wonder if he's having some kind of technical issue. Well, we'll know here in a few minutes. He goes out, puts a qualifying lap down. He was just playing possum. Practice session coming to an end here. We are about to get started. Missing no Andrew or Mr. Vinny this evening. Mr. Adam Vinny. We're missing him this evening. I got a chat with him earlier. He is at a track meet. His daughter. We will probably not see him. He didn't make it in for the qualifying session, so unfortunate. I know he really likes coming and running this series, but we're going to get ready for the qualifying sessions. Already see 77 of McLaughlin out here getting a little scrubby scrub on the tires. Make him first to get to the timing line and get his laps on the clock here. We'll see what Sean can do. First lap around. He'll hit the line first. Matt Knowles, 19.55. Sean McLaughlin, 19.59. So for 100, Marvin Turnmeyer. Probably not the next. It's going to be Andrew Perry. Perry timing in. First quick time right there, 19.53 for Perry. Turnmeyer up to second. Matt Knowles goes to the top in the 15 car, 19.47. He's going to go ahead and shut it right on down. Werderman first lap, 19.67, second lap. 60 did not move him at all on the byline. Let's go watch Pete Dillon. And we got some PD fans in the chat. Dillon sixth quick on his first lap. 19, pretty much a 19.59. And his second lap, I don't think he went quicker on the second lap. If he did, it would be amazing. He went the exact same time. Austin Purnell now on the clock. Some name I have not seen or don't remember seeing in the series, so maybe a new driver getting down here to close things out a little bit. Purnell, 19.45, he goes to the top. Good lap out of driver 38. So second lap clipped the fence. I don't think that one's going to post a time for him. 45 will be his time of record. There's Chloe. Oh, and Tony Huggins as well. Our PD fans. So Dylan Connor, no qualifying. Caleb Dyer, no qualifying. Rutherford, no qualifying. Eddie, no qualifying. Herzog and Stockner, no qualifying. So only half the field really taking time here. Zach Stockner looks like maybe he is going to roll a 55 car out. He does. So we'll see what Zach can post here if the time don't run out on him before. Individual qualifying, but you're not guaranteed laps. There is a time limit. Stockner way wide in 4. We overdrove that corner a lot. That is ninth quick, 20.22. So about 3/4 of a second off of our pole center. See if he can improve here. I think he tapped that apron down there the last time. He'll be a little quicker this time. And he is just a tick quicker at 2014. So Stockner, maybe the last one to take time. This session's about over for us. Well, hello, Barbara. Seeing some people in the chat, chatting it up with us. We always enjoy that. Don't care where you're at, YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo. Hit the subscribe button, say hi in the chat. If you're on Facebook, like, share, follow. Say hi as well. So Connor, Dyer, Rutherford, Eddie, and Herzog not taking time. That's going to put these guys starting way deep in the field. Passing is a premium here, and track position is really important. Everybody's going to be fighting for the bottoms down in the corners, and that could make for a long night for some of these guys that are starting at the back. So. Oh, Bill. We know Adam's not here. Glad you tuned in anyway, buddy. Hope you enjoy the show. Looks like we're gathering a pretty good crowd here. I can see the total of viewers from all of the different platforms that we stream to, so I don't know who all is where. When you say hi in the chat, that's when I know, because your little icon pops up from wherever you are, be it YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever. Little drivers meeting going on right now. Give me a chance to remind you guys about tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Chandler Grand Prix Midget Series, round 5 of qualifying for that. We got 12 drivers already locked into the finale. We'll lock 3 more in tomorrow night. Still got time to get over there and get registered. Just come to the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page. Follow the link provided. And get yourself registered for that. Top 3 from each qualifier automatically locked into the finale. 8 rounds puts 24 cars in there. Some really cool prizes at the top of that deal for the finale. And then Thursday night, simratmarket.com, Mighty Midgets. That is a slightly after 8 Eastern start, about 8:15. Double shows for those guys. That's the rest of the lineup for the week. We are just waiting for the advancement of the session. There's Mr. Church, I see in the chat as well. Qualifying pretty much is over. Once they advance the session, I think we are going to get to our feature. We're going to get that little invert, and then we are going to get ready to put 125 laps down here on the fastest paperclip on the planet. Under the lights, and this place never used to have lights, so this is pretty cool. I think those lights in that shot right there are going to fairly be worthless because they're behind the grandstands, and it's going to cast a big shadow down there at turns 3 and 4, but I didn't draw it, so. Yeah, they're too far back and they're not high enough. Or maybe I'm just a stickler for making things that at least look right. I don't know. I give the art department at iRacing a hard time anyway. I find a lot of little things that are out of kilter. So we're just waiting for this qualifying session to come to an end. I had kind of thought it might already, but hey, I can't actually see the timer. Real quick, let's see what our temperatures are right now. It is 68 degrees. It's a very cool evening here. That's the track temperature. 66 for the air temperature. Humidity's about average. We've got clear skies. Got a little bit of wind, not too much. Yeah, Adam sent me a message. He said they got the order of events or something all out of whack, or he'd have already been done and gone. But I guess one of her events or something got shuffled out of place. So they're waiting for that event to go off, and he was probably going to miss tonight's race here. So he had good runs last night, though. We are just waiting for the 14 drivers to make their way to the starting grid. Not sure what the delay is, guys. I'm sure the drivers' meeting may be dragging on just a little bit, but we'll get there. Now it looks like we're about to advance. 125 laps up on the board. I do not believe that this is how they're going to start, but we're going to try and run through the grid. I think the front five are probably going to be invert. Austin Purnell and Matt Knowles have the front row for now. Marvin Turnmeyer, Andrew Perry, row 2. Josh Westendorf and Sean McLaughlin in row 3. I think what you'll see is Westendorf and Perry go to the front. Turnmeyer and Knowles go to row 2. Purnell will go back inside row 3 next to McLaughlin. Then you'll have Pete Dillon and Jeff Werdeman in the 4th row. Zach Staltner and Dylan Conner in row 5. Andrew Rutherford and Matt Eddy scheduled for row 6. And the final row, Mark Herzog and Caleb Dyer. So let's go to see Perry and Turnmeyer. Westendorf and Perry, maybe. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Westendorf and Perry, then Turnmeyer and Knowles, and then Purnell back to row 3. So a 5-car invert, which is pretty typical. Pretty standard for these guys. Go around, they'll see where the start zone is down there in 3 and 4. And Andrew Perry having an issue. Off the front row. We may have lost Mr. Perry. He may have had a connection issue, and he may be out of here. I'm not sure. I know he has vanished off that front row, so maybe they'll move those cars up. And that'll change our front row at the actual start. Yeah, I don't see Perry's not on the track, so I think they're going to have to scooch the guys up. Pace car is headed in. Knowles is going to get up there now. He's ready for the restart, or for the initial start, excuse me. And the green flag is out, right out of turn 4 is where that line starts. Well, a pretty good side-by-side battle. Andrew Perry. We'll see where he's at. He might be coming out of the pits, I'm not sure. And at the front, there's going to stay side-by-side now. Out of 4, looks like Westendorf is going to have a one-car advantage. Turnmeyer wants to get there before Knowles can get down, fill that spot, and force Knowles to get into line in the 3rd spot. I don't know. Knowles able to hang on the top at least for a moment here. He keeps the door open, and he did. He kept it open too long. Here comes Purnell. Austin Purnell now going to take over 3rd. McLaughlin trying to keep Knowles up on top side. And Pete Dillon needs to get there if he wants to get around. They have got the 15 car trapped on the outside, and that is going to be death. He is just going to keep falling back, because everybody behind him is in line, nose to tail. Dillon will move around Knowles, and now it's Werdeman's turn to see if he can keep the door open. He keeps it open. Dylan Connor is right there. Knowles, like a brick, to the bottom of the ocean. He is just falling back. Werdeman still not clear. Everybody else cleared within the first couple sets of corners. Werdeman still working on it. He may not be clear yet, about half a car, because Knowles is getting good exit speed. He just can't carry it through the center. Now Werdeman will clear, and that'll move Dylan Connor on the inside. Everybody in front of him single file. Nobody doing anything. They're all riding. Right now, Knowles at 8, and it looks like he may fall to 9th as Rutherford has now made his way up here. There's a pretty good gap behind Rutherford. Knowles can now get down, and he'll fall into line 9th, starting on the outside of the front row. Westendorf out front being stalked by Turnmeyer. Turnmeyer made a slip right there in turn number 4, opened the door, and here comes Purnell. He's going to try to get him up the hill, keep him on the outside. It'll take a couple sets of corners for him to work that low line. Maybe he's not even going to get there because Turnmeyer got a good drive out of the turn on the top side of 2, and he is going to hold him off and keep the spot. Single file front to back. Perry is off track. Stockner with problems is off track as well. He's going to be rolling out of pit road several laps down. But it really is all about the 92 car. He got moved to the front row with the redraw, and he is cruising out in front. Lap times have slowed down considerably from qualifying. Once again, has Turnmeyer up the hill. Turnmeyer now under fire for the final podium spot from McLaughlin. Almost a little touch right there down the straightaway. We may see another car that is going to make his way to the back of the field. That time McLaughlin in, Diamond in the corner. A little bump on the left-hand door of Turnmeyer's machine, and he's going to give that spot and a spot to Pete Dillon away, so he's back to 5th. Now Dylan Connor's going to take a spot. Now Andrew Rutherford's trying to get a spot. And Knowles is here working on Werdeman again. He may be able to get to Turnmeyer, although I'm not sure about that. Turnmeyer still on the outside, cannot get down to the bottom. Knowles rolled it in. Turnmeyer's going to try to slam the door on the exit, and he's going to get it done. Matt Eddy way back here, and he's just waiting for the big one to avoid it. At some point, he's going to have to figure out whether these guys are going to race or wreck, and he's going to have to come forward pretty quickly. So we got a battle for the lead. Purnell's on the high side, trying to take it away from Westendorf. Westendorf is keeping the inside covered. Laughlin is right there as well. It's going to be tough to make a pass on the outside. You're going to have to be way up in front coming off the exit. This could get it done. If he can get the drive he needs coming out of 2. Purnell might be able to clear. He had to really check the car. He got super tight right there. Now battle for 5th. The longer Purnell stays on the outside, the more he works the tires, the harder it is for the guys behind. Figure out where he's going. Oh, contact. McLaughlin. Oh, Westendorf. This is the big one, folks. That's got half the field. Get down here. We'll watch the 77. He got into the back of the 92. So 92 got in the corner, got in a little wide, and really checked it up, and then he came down. McLaughlin was already pushing his nose in there. About half a dozen cars in this. You see Eddie got through it. McLaughlin really doesn't look like tons. Oh, never mind. He had a ton of damage now as he was trying to get out of the way, and Stockner just came sailing in there. That wreck was a long time parked. Westendorf got turned around. He is going to go way to the back. We'll get the field set up here once we're sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. We're going to go have a quick look and see if McLaughlin and company can get their stuff put back together. Off of our pace car. Purnell, Connor, Turnmeyer, Rutherford, Dyer, the top 5 right now. It looks like Rutherford is actually, Turnmeyer and company, they all went to the pits. So Purnell, Connor, Rutherford, Dyer, Westendorf back inside the top 5. And Knowles 6th, Turnmeyer, McLaughlin, Werdeman up to 8th. 7th. His car's in the pit still for Oliver. I didn't think he got really any or much of that. It looks like he went to the pits. So we still have lights on pace cars. And I can see that Rutherford's right front. The fender is pushed in a little bit. So Werdeman and Dillon are still working on pit road. Werdeman's got the front end pushed in a little right there. Stockner, looks like he might be gone. He hit McLaughlin a ton. So Werdeman and Dillon both back on track now. They are 11th and 12th. We're going to get everybody doubled up and ready for the restart. 22 laps into a 125 lap feature. Still 12 cars on the track. This car's going to get out of our way now. Going to be able to get us restarted. I think Connor was trying to time it up and he missed it a little bit. He may be the guy stuck on the outside going backwards quickly here. It's the 970. Andrew Rutherford is trying to work in there. Now the right front corner is pushed in on that 970 car. Along with the left front. So both corners kind of shoved in. The left front's kind of shoved up. We'll see what that does for tire heat in that 970 car. They stay side by side. Caleb Dyer right behind him. And then there's Matt Knowles once again. Herzog back in the 6th spot. There's Matt Eddy, and then Pete Dillon stuck in behind him. And McLaughlin and Westendorf are going after him. This time Westendorf really missed the corner. He's going to go way high. He's going to have to give up 2 or 3 spots. Turnmeyer got around him. McLaughlin got around him. I thought Werdeman might, but Werdeman backed off. As we got the front settled out, and it's Purnell, Rutherford, Connor, Dyer, Knowles, the top 5. Scrape of the fence there, and I want to say that was Dyer going down. Shot a couple of sparks up past our camera there. McLaughlin making the move on Eddie. That's for the 8th position, and he has got it. So look here, 5th place, Matt Knowles. He went all the way back to about 8th or 9th on the initial start after the incident. Got back to 5th, and he is just not making enough progress coming forward, but I think he might be saving some tires. The top 3 are stacked up nose to tail. Rutherford and Connor look like they're just itching for the 38 to make a mistake. Open the door, and they can both squirt by and get to racing each other. Back here, 6th, 7th, 8th. That's Herzog, Dillon, McLaughlin. Eddie starting to fade just a little bit. He may be playing possum. He will be trying to save tires too. Marvin Turnmeyer got in, bumped up on the curb, had to gather the car back up. Werdeman is 11th and Westernville 12th. Stockman on track. Pull the front end of that car out. Won't pop back in place. He's 13th and he is 12 laps down after his time spent on pit road. On laps still to go in this one. Top 3 couldn't run any closer time. 68, 69, and 71. For the lap times. Fastest car on the track was Pete Dillon that time, 19.6. So you're getting down to about 73, 74 in the corners, and they are right at 102, 108, 109 for just a second before they dive off into turn 1 right there. Purnell made his way to the front, made the pass on the outside. We had a multi-car incident immediately following that. On the restart, he grabbed the lead, and he has held that ever since. We're going to work up on the lap car of Stockton. Already 12 laps now. His lap times in the 21:20 range. 2021 Fords last lap. Everybody running about the same time, anywhere from 67 to 94. Everybody's in that window right there. Looks like a lot of guys are just logging laps right now. That front quarter of Herzog's car is all pushed in. Sure, that's from that incident. In fact, I'm positive it's from that incident. He got McLaughlin right before he got up there and closed the top lane. Pete Dillon closing in on Herzog. That'll be a battle for sixth when he gets there. McLaughlin made a quick charge up to the 8th spot and kind of has leveled off his lap times. Right, about 2/10 slower than the leaders right now. Lap car Stockner going to get in the mix here for the front four. He's going to give up the bottom and let the front 2, 3, and 4 get by before he gets back in line. 3 and 4 were a little sketchy. About 16, 18 laps from halfway here. Just the one caution. There's Adam in the chat. Yeah, we wish you were out here too, buddy. Rutherford was a little wide to the center, and I think Connor thought the door was open. And then Rutherford came right down there and covered it up. Hands not jerky all over the place. He's pretty smooth getting through the corners. Running up against the road, into the straight. We got to get off the car. They got the right chip. That time Rutherford slipped a little bit. And I thought maybe the door would open for Connor. These three, about 8 car lengths ahead of 4th place. Dyer. Dyer's 1 1/4 seconds ahead of Knowles. Pete Dillon now is reeled in. Mark Herzog. We'll see how long it takes for the 7 car to get around. 947. Not putting any pressure on him. Not getting right up on top of him. He's going to wait and see if he misses a corner entry or a corner exit, it looks like. Pete not the issue. McLaughlin, he was just a little ways back. Oh, really big miss on the corner right there. Not sure what happened in that 77. That's a lap car. That is Zach Stockner back there that we saw momentarily. Matt Eddy coming out of turn number 2. Going into turn number 3 now. High for the day was 6th for 1 lap under caution. And he dropped back as he went into the pits. Got back to the back, and he is about 8.6 seconds off the leaders right now, which is roughly half a lap. I'll show you here. When he comes out of turn 4, they'll be coming out of turn 2. Right here, and the leader just now coming out 2, and the leader closing in on lap traffic again. As he is going to be up to Westendorf. And Westendorf started on the pole, and he is about to go a lap down here, just a couple of laps shy of halfway. We're about 6 laps from being halfway through this. Top 3 get by the lap car. And now Connor looked like he wanted to take a peek to the inside, but Rutherford shut the door quickly. Rutherford, with all that front end damage, he's got both front fenders pushed in front of the tires, and it doesn't seem to be affecting him much. He is just keeping pace, basically, with Purnell. A couple of hundreds here, one way or the other each lap. Now looks like Dyer worked around West, and Hertzog will be next. And Pete Dillon will follow him right through. So it's going to be Matt Knowles getting the lap car at this time, though. Westendorf way out of the way. That's going to leave the door open for Dillon and Hertzog. They're getting in the next corner. Does not look like Purnell is trying to pick up the pace, rush the pace, trying to keep tires on it, it looks like. Now Rutherford may go after Purnell here as we creep in on halfway. About a lap from being there. Showing the halfway signal next time around. Kind of thought we'd see some green flag pit action. I know we have a caution back there about lap 22, 24. I thought we'd see some green flag pit stops out of these guys close to the front here about halfway. So we're officially halfway now. In the 5th spot, Hertzog and Dillon are starting to close in. Laughlin's still 8th. Eddie's still 9th. Werdeman's 10th. Turnmeyer's 11th. Westendorf a lap down in 12th, and then Stockman 13 laps down in that 13th spot. Rutherford trying to get to that left rear corner, trying to get the nose in there. Purnell is not getting right down to the curve. He's leaving about a half a lane down there. Car seems like it's rolling good where he's got it. No one's able to get him up off the line. Going above him where he's running out would be very risky, especially on corner exit. Purnell hanging on to the lead he's had for about the last 45 laps. Waiting to see who's going to hit pit road first. Any of these front, though, I'm going to call it 7. Matt Knowles pitted, Hertzog pitted, Dillon pitted twice under the caution. Laughlin pitted, Daly pitted, Werdeman twice under the caution. And then Turnmeyer pitted. 7/8 of a second from going a lap down here. For lap times, and the boys coming up behind him at 1974 and 5. They are all right there, 74, 75, 77. That time Purnell was a little wide. Rutherford found the curve and upset the car and couldn't make the run off. These three drivers 1.7 seconds ahead of fourth place. Caleb Dyer. Since about the same time Purnell took the point out Matt Knowles worked his way back to the finish spot. He is set right there, but Mark Hertzog, real hit me. It's now down to a couple of car lengths between them. About to be down to 50 laps remaining. This time around, 50 to go. Back through the field. There's 8th place, Sean McLaughlin. 7.5 seconds off of the lead right now. Matt Eddy, 11.5 seconds. And Werdeman quite a ways back in Turnmeyer. About to be lapped. He just went around Westendorf. Westendorf is between Turnmeyer and the leaders. Old tires up here at the front, man. These guys did not pit under the caution, which was some 68 laps ago. Now Westendorf moves a spot to the top 3. We'll go to 2 laps. Here's a Marvin Turnmeyer now. Needs to Fred Flintstone that little red Advanced Auto Parts machine for all it's worth. He wants to stay on the lead lap and pray for a caution because he has got about maybe one more lap. And Mr. Purnell is going to be probably on the inside, moving him up the hill. Was able to stay there that time. Sternmeyer matched him the front 3 on lap time that time around. Just a little closer this time. 74s and 6s to an 86. So he's not just rolling over for him, but I think it's just a matter of time. Westendorf in the pits. Now the gap may shrink. We're going to go back. We don't want to leave this, but we want to go back because Caleb Dyer has been reeled in by Knowles, Hertzog, and Dillon behind us. Now Turnmeyer up the hill into turn 1 and 2. That's going to open the door. It's going to let Purnell by. Rutherford should have an easy time of getting by as well. And then here comes Dylan Connor. Dyer has company. Knowles is there. Herzog is there. Dillon is there. And off the nose of the 947 goes the 15, and off of the nose of the 7 because of the checkup goes the 947. So let's go back here and we will. Oh, that was a long ways back. Let's not do that one. Let's do this one. Watch Knowles will get down here. He got just a little checked up. And Herzog got into him, and then Dillon had nowhere to go, no reaction time. And Herzog. Front end mashed in, back end mashed in. And your leader into the pit box. So under caution, a couple of guys will get a couple of laps back here, at least one. There will come Knowles. So 38 car will maintain the lead. Caleb Dyer going to come out second. Dylan Connor third. Pete Dillon now up to fourth. Rutherford will get the fenders pulled out. He'll come out fifth. McLaughlin looks like he's going to roll off sixth. Now, is it going to be Knowles or is it going to be somebody else? It's going to be Matt Knowles. Seventh, Matt Eddy up to eighth. Jeff Werdeman looks like he'll come out ninth. Turnmeyer in 10th, back on pit road. He was a lap down. I think he will go back to being a lap down. And then Westendorf, a couple of laps down, make it 6. And then Stockton get back on track 13 laps down. So the lead held. We will have 36 laps. At the moment, probably about 35 or 34 when we go back to green. I don't think you'll see too many guys trying to save too much in the way of tires the rest of the way. We're just waiting for him to start doubling up. Lights to go off on that pace car. We know we're going to get back to it. 35 laps remaining this time. And there go the lights on the safety car. So we'll double everybody back up. It'll be 34 laps remaining when we take the green. Purnell has been out in front for 70 laps when we get to the green flag.
All right, man.
And caution extended, so we're going to go one more as we try to get a couple of other guys back in this. Herzog went a lap down. He went straight to the pits and let everybody go around him. Probably should have got a wave on the 947, I would have thought. Westendorf. Turnmeyer staying on the lead lap, but he had to get in front of the 55 car, or the 955. That's a 55 stop. Western over the 82. So it'll be 33 laps. We'll see if Purnell can get to the lead. And I think we'll maintain it. He's got a tough customer behind him, and if Pete Dillon can get in line pretty quick. Another challenge, there's McLaughlin back in the front too as we go back to green. Matt Eddy ducked low. Matt Eddy, well, he was trying to get to the bottom and get around McLaughlin before he could get down to the inside. McLaughlin slams the door on Matt Eddy, gets to the bottom, secures himself into 6th. Now he can start focusing out the front. Purnell, Dyer, Connor, Dillon, Rutherford are the top 5. Then McLaughlin, Eddy, Knowles, Werdeman, Turnmeyer through 10. Everybody trying to work as hard as they can, get as much as they can here. These laps will go by quickly. Be 30 to go the next time by. A little spread out at the back, but none of those spots for position as they get it worked out. It's from the red car of Turnmeyer forward. Everybody on the lead lap, everybody behind that. At least one or more laps down. And now, Dylan Connor trying to move Dyer up the hill. Dyer didn't go for it at first, but now he doesn't have a choice, and that's going to open things up. If he can't get down, Pete Dillon is going to be there, and Dillon is going to be able to grab a spot too. Dillon does, drives it right down into the center of the corner, pulls right alongside on the exit. Oh, there was a dipsy-do trying to knock a fender in. They want to lay on each other, bump and rub up the straightaway here. Rutherford right behind him. Pete Dillon finally going to take the spot away. Now the door's still open for Rutherford to try to get through. As Rutherford banks it off the 917 of Dyer. Oh, McLaughlin got down. Ooh, a little tappy on the left rear as Dyer slammed the door on him. That's going to bring Matt Eddy back against McLaughlin. McLaughlin defending the spot. A little chippy out here towards the end of this one. We're going to be down to 25 laps to go the next time by. Purnell's half a second out in front of Connor. Pete Dillon up to the third spot. Dyer settled in fifth. Started the restart on the outside of that front row, and he lost 3 more positions because he could not get in the line. Back in the front row, Dylan Connor is reeling in. Austin Purnell. I know we're going to get into a slugfest here. Purnell hasn't really been running the car super hard. His lap times just a tiny bit quicker than when the tires were 100 laps old. He's saving it up to try to put up a good battle here. Dylan Connor is really working hard to get there. 54s, 58s, Pete Dillon 53 lap times. See Dylan Connor has something for Purnell. Will he have to muscle him out of the way, or can he get the position to just make Purnell? Trying to give it up. This happened in 1 second out in front of third place. Pete Dillon. Dillon's got company. Dillon's not alone. He's got Rutherford right there. It was 20 to go last time. As the lap count gets a little smaller every lap, the intensity will ratchet up that much more. Connor tried to play peekaboo and get down into 3 without being in the rear view of the 38. And Purnell just ran the line and held him off. That time got a little bumpity bump, got him a little loose, a little free, maybe got him off the line. Purnell fought back, shut the door. I said it was going to get a little dicey here. We're going to watch these two. This is for the win. Laps will tick off quickly. Looks like Pete Dillon's giving himself a little breathing room. He's starting to reel these two in. Purnell. 16 laps to go. kept the 38 car clean the entire race. Just that little dust up a couple laps ago between he and Dylan Connor. Connor, relentless, not giving up an inch. Trying to stay right there, trying to force the mistake out of the 38 car. Ticking away. That time Purnell left a little bit too much room, I thought. Connor wasn't able to get the nose in there. I think he thought that Purnell was going to slam the door about halfway through the corner, too. May have a shot down here in the next corner. That time Purnell brought it in just a little bit low. Real battle right here. Both McLaughlin and Eddie have gotten past Noel, but they are so far back. I do not think they'll be a factor in the podium on this one. Creeping in on 10 to go. It'll be 11 this time, and Connor tried to get the nose there and give him a little bump and run on the exit. Cost him about a half a car length. He's been really good at making that up through turns 1 and 2, and he does it again. There's a bump, but no run as Purnell keeps the car straight. That's the 10 to go signal. Now Connor trying to get that run on exit. He is getting good drive out at 2. Tried to get it down there in turns 3 and 4. Purnell got the door shut. Pete Dillon creeping in on these guys. He's been a half a tenth to a tenth quicker the last couple of laps. And he is creeping in here, trying to make it a 3-horse race for the win. He's bringing Rutherford with him. Car width left at the bottom, and that is the opening that Connor is looking for. Connor is trying to get that run from the center off. Now Purnell really starting to get the bottom closed up. He got Purnell, or he got Connor to run a little wide. I thought Connor was going to flip the wall right there. Pete Dillon, half a second. Wave lap coming up this time. It'll be 5 to go. Purnell hanging on, but Connor has been like a dog on a bone, just not giving anything up. He just cannot get the opening he needs. Within striking distance. With the two up front make a mistake. One of them taps the other. Something weird happens. It's going to be Pete Dillon in the catbird seat right now. Purnell. 3 to go this time out of 3 and 4. Just cannot find that spot where he can get that nose up in there and make the 38 move off the line. Popsicle stick showing for the 38, the 991, and the 7. And it's a 3-car battle. Pete Dillon is there. This time out of 4, the white flag for your leader. He's got about a half a car length, make it almost a car and a half now. Breathing room as we get into 3 and 4 for the final time. Purnell is going to hold him off, pick up the win here tonight at the Clippy 125 with Connor second, Dillon third, Rutherford and Dyer 4 and 5. So a good one down to the very end. 3 cars under a blanket. You can't ask for more than that. But Austin Purnell, 103 laps out in front. See if Mr. Connor makes his way in or not. But right now, let's talk to the driver of the 7 car. Looked like he was going to have a rough go of it to begin the night. Nice recovery. Good job by the pit crew. And Pete Dillon's going to bring the 7 car home in third. Pete Dillon, good run.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a rough start for sure.
Yeah, when you came out of 2, what did you see?
Yep.
Cars everywhere?
Well, the car in front of me checked up, and I went to check up. I got in. I don't know if I got into him first or if the car behind me got into me, and we just spun out. And then on the back stretch, after the next restart, 2 cars were battling in front of me late in the race, and I don't know exactly what happened. All of a sudden, the car in front of me just stopped, and I ran under him. That's when I had to use my fast repair.
Well, used it to perfection, my man, and then late in the race, it looked like the top 2 were going to really get away from you, and you reeled them in, but just not enough laps to do anything with it, right?
Yeah, not enough laps. Them guys are really good. It's super hard to pass here. So, yeah, I made the best of it.
Yes, you did. Awesome run tonight, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here this evening.
I want to thank my fiance Paula for letting me do this, Mac Tools for being on the car, all my friends, you guys for putting this on, and Marvin and Jeff Bordemeyer for the league.
All right, man. Great run tonight. Thanks for chatting with us, and I look forward to seeing you Sunday evening.
Yes, sir. I think we're off this Sunday. Oh, no. Yeah, I'll be there Sunday.
Yeah. Asphalt this week, so we'll see you Sunday night.
Yeah, I'm not too good at the dirt stuff.
That's all right, my man. We all got to start somewhere.
I try, though.
All right, guys. That's Pete Dillon. He finished in a third this evening, and now let's move to the guy. He was quick when we got here. He qualified well, and it just never materialized into the 991 car getting out in front. But, man, he made it interesting the last 30 laps of this one. Dillon Connor, that was exciting to watch at the end there.
Yeah, that was all I had there. It just gets so tight behind cars here, even if you're a little bit fast. I felt like I was quite a bit faster right there. If I could have ever got clean air, I feel like I could have drove away. But it's so hard to pass, and I'm just not the type. I'm not going to move them or wreck them or anything like that for the win. So it was a good run, though.
Well, it looked like he kept leaving you about half a car width down at the bottom, so you get a little air on the left front corner. You just couldn't get the drive off to get alongside.
Yeah, when usually when they run a little bit higher here, they're able to pull that drive off, and you can kind of kill them in through the middle, but they pull you so much up off, you never really can get a run. So it was just a good line by him, good defensive line by him at the end of the race.
Well, you passed a whole lot of cars tonight, man, and that's got to be pretty satisfying, even if you come home second, to know that you can come out here and pass a lot of these guys, because a lot of them are pretty fast.
Yeah, like I said, it was a super fun race. It just got way too tight in traffic, and the farther you get to the front, you get a little bit more clean air, but sometimes it's just not enough at the end of the race.
Well, an awesome run, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I just want to thank Marvin and Jeff for having me, and you guys for broadcasting, and all my friends and family watching.
All right, man. Congrats on a great run. I'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you.
Dillon Connor finishing into the second spot. And now we'll move to driver of the 38 car. Took over the lead about 22 laps into this one. And about the only time he was seriously challenged was after that last restart. And I wanted to ask Austin Purnell, man, what were you doing to keep the 991 behind you? Because it looked like whatever it was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely a little faster than I was. I just made sure I was wrapped the bottom and could just get the run off where he couldn't get a nose under me without having to really drive it in. That was just kind of the key, I think, getting that pole and having that number 1 pit stall actually played a big role in, I think, winning this race here tonight.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You got in first, and not often, a lot of times, but not as often as we think they should. Having that first pit stall and getting to your pits first doesn't always equate to getting out first in these cars because the pit crews are kind of slow. But, man, you guys did a masterful job of getting it right back out in front.
Yeah, they was on it tonight. I guess I had to take the guys. They got clearance steakhouse down the road from right here. I guess we'll take them out there.
Well, that sounds like a heck of a deal, man. You had a hell of a run. You pick up a win in a really good field. The top 3 got in there, and you guys weren't separated by just about a car length each. And I don't know if you knew that Pete Dillon had creeped up behind you guys, so one mistake probably would have maybe moved you guys back a couple of spots. Did you know that Pete had made his way up there?
Yeah, I seen they was definitely coming. Like I said, once Dillon got to me, I couldn't really I couldn't arc the corner like I wanted to. I just really had to protect the bottom, so I had to change my line a little bit just to kind of, like I said, defend him off. I knew if he got a nose under me, it would be over. I probably would have dropped all the way back to 3rd, possibly even further back than that. I'm not sure.
Well, an awesome run, man. Give me some shout out, give me some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate tonight.
I just want to thank everybody that's running this league and you for doing the broadcast, and that's about it.
All right, man. Congrats on a great run. We'll see you back next Tuesday night.
All right, thank you, man.
That is Austin Purnell. He picks up the win here, closing out the Virginia Triple Crown, winning it at Martinsville. Did a great job. 103 laps led, and through pit stops, he kept the lead. Take a quick look at our results before we get out of here tonight. Oh, yeah, you only got to do that every time. Always forget. Purnell, Connor, and Dillon, 1, 2, 3. Then Rutherford with a good run in the 4th spot. Dyer, man, he had a couple of shots, just didn't work out for him. He ends up 5th. McLaughlin with a nice recovery to 6th. Eddie was 7th. Knowles 8th. Werdeman 9th. Turnmeyer 10th. Hertzog 11th. Weston 12th. Stalkner in the 13th spot. And Andrew Perry. I no idea what happened to Andrew. The last pace lap, he just vanished and never did return, like he went to another dimension. So tough luck for driver of the 33 car tonight. That'll do it for us here tonight. Quick reminder, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Chandler Grand Prix. Round 5 for the midget qualifiers. And then on Thursday night at about 8:15 Eastern, we'll go live for the SimRatMarket.com Mighty Midget Series. Make sure you tune in the rest of the week. I appreciate you guys being in here. I hope you enjoyed the show. I thought it was a pretty good race, especially down to the end. Got pretty dicey there. But without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this. And without the great leagues, there is no racing for us to cover. So thanks to everybody involved on both sides of that. Until we see you guys the next time,